Pisces, or any other sign, if you felt led to click on this message, it could be for you. Make sure you subscribe to the video and hit that notification bell. Also, don't forget to like the video. How's everybody doing? I hope you are doing well. I am doing great. Pisces, we're going to take a look into the overall energy for you. All right. I just want you to know that you are a chosen one. Okay. You were created to be different. You were created to be different. And let's look into why. Okay. You've been trying to figure out, why does it seem like you go through so much? Why does it seem like so many people are against you, right? You've been trying to figure it out. Hold on, y'all. Let me adjust my camera here. There we go. You've been trying to figure it out, Pisces. Why does it seem like so many people are against you? Why does it seem like so many people don't take the time to get to know you for you? So my goal here is to provide some insight, Pisces. All right. Just want you to know that I see you. Just want you to know that you're not in this alone. There are a lot of chosen ones who go through the same thing. All right. We have to stay encouraged. We have to stay in a positive light. So let's look at it. All right. What messages do we have? Overall, I have the standstill in the reverse, and then I have the community in the upright. All right. I do feel like there could be, or you have experienced people that seem to want to block your blessings. Most times when these people want to block your blessings, it's because you're coming off as a threat. You haven't been able to figure it out, because here you are soaring. Here you are doing what you got to do to make it. You're chasing your dreams. You're being in peace. You're not out here trying to start anything with anybody. You just living life. You trying to give back to the world in whatever way that you can. And you can't figure it out. It's like, no matter what I do, there's somebody or a group of people, could be your family, your friends, whomever, that just don't seem to like me. They just don't seem to be happy for me when I accomplish things. I'm going to be honest with you. They are not happy for you. They may not be happy for you. They may not even want to see you get whatever it is that you're getting, because they want what you have. They can't explain why, with the flexibility card, they can't explain why they don't like you. They can't even explain it. But it's not even that important. But it's important to a certain factor that if they would take the time to do the reflection and look at their own situation, they would see that they have a light as well. But they're so focused on you because of how you move, how you carry yourself. With the openness card, how positive you are, how victorious you are. Obstacles that you've had, you've used those obstacles and you've made a way. You never stop growing. You never stop working. They just see the finished product, or you're still progressing, but they just see the product. They don't see the hard work. They're not paying attention to the hard work with the pleasure card. And so with these people, you have to be sure in yourself. You can't allow the thoughts and opinions of other people in your community, in the world, wherever else. You can't allow these people to interfere with where you know you're going, where you know that you know you've come from. Because you're going to have people for a long time hating on you, because there's something about you that they can't even explain. With the healing chaos card, some of you are in your family breaking generational curses because you're chosen to do that. You were placed in that family to break a generational curse. Some of you are noticing when you put your hand on a certain idea or your thoughts, their opinions, you are moving things around because of the power that you have. Some of you are creating a power shift with the adventures card. All these obstacles that you faced, all these different things that you've been through, built you to be the person that you are. The mistakes you've made, the things that you got right. So with you being a part of the person, a part of the agenda, which is to break generational curses, you have faced a lot of adversity. You have faced a lot of opposition with the gateway card, and it felt like there was no way out. Felt like there was no way out. But you didn't give up. And you could have people looking at the fact that you didn't give up. They can't figure it out. Why didn't that relationship that didn't work out, why didn't that break you down? Why didn't that childhood trauma or other traumas break you down? How is it that you're able to climb out of that, out of all you've been through, and have what you have with the action card? Because you chose to have more. You chose to walk in a different light. You chose to allow things to work for your greatest and highest good. And the universe responded. The divine heard you. God heard you. God saw you. Wisdom in the reverse. You got people out here that don't want you to have the wisdom that you have because they don't have it. They have learned, they are wise to a certain extent, but they haven't tapped into it because they're too busy worrying about you as a chosen one. They're too busy worried about other chosen ones. They're already, have made it up in their mind. They're just going to focus on when you're going to fall, when you're going to be, going through a hard time. That's when they're going to look in at you with the voyage card. You may have people just waiting for a downfall with you. You may have people waiting for that. And it may be time for you to get away from that energy. It may be time for you to leave that type of energy completely alone. Release. It may be time for you to release energies like this. Energies like this look like so-called best friends, so-called co-workers, so-called people that are supposed to be family or childhood friends. You may have to release the energy that sits in this, that comes to destroy you, that comes to take away from you. And it's not like they just all of a sudden started being like this. It's not all of a sudden they started trying to attack you because you're a chosen one. It's just the fact that you were aware at the time in the years prior. So now that you have this insight, now that you have this ability to see what's really there, you're able to process and know what to let go of. And this energy trying to keep you back, keep you bound, you need to release it. The embracing in the reverse. This person will never fully embrace you. This is a person or people that they don't like you and they don't even know why. They don't even know why they don't like you. Transformation. You went through a transformation, a spiritual awakening. You grew, you elevated, you hold yourself accountable. You went through some dark times and you waited until you could see the light. And these people don't even know why they don't like you. The thing is, it's not that they dislike you as a person. What it is that they figured out that you're moving different. You talk different, you walk different, you act different. Ever since you went through this transformation, they don't understand that you heard the call when it was time for you to heal and move. So because you had things to walk into. They don't understand your purpose, your calling, your walk. They don't get it. It's not for them to get. But because they don't understand it, they don't want you to have it. They know it's something great because look at the joy that you have. Look how happy you are. Look how things just work for you. Look how when you walk into a room, people just gravitate to you. Like, they know that. So they know it's a great thing that you have inside of you. But because they don't have it, they don't want you to have it. And they don't want to put in the work so they can get it. Going forward here is in the reverse. They don't want you to go on and continue to grow. But I encourage you to keep moving forward. Keep growing. Don't let energies like this keep you back. You've worked too hard to allow someone to come in and take away from the very essence that is you. Just because they didn't choose to turn on their light, that does not mean you have to turn yours off. That means keep shining. Potential here. Work your way to your greatest potential. Don't allow these people that have self-limiting beliefs to cause you to limit your access to your own blessings. You chose to change for the better with the change card here. You chose to change. You chose to see life and how you can live it more abundantly. And the Most High, with the success in the reverse, was there the whole time. Forgiveness is in the reverse. If you're still working on trying to forgive people that have hurt you, forgive people that have wronged you, I'm here to tell you that forgiveness is the gateway to you having the life that you want. It sets you free. It releases bitterness, toxicity. You know, your enemies, I'm going to tell you, your enemies never want you to forgive them. They want you to stay in this state of fear and hate. Your enemies want you to stay in fear and they want you to hate them because they know that you will be no better than them if you stay in that. I promise you. If you go to a person that you have wronged or you did something wrong or said something wrong, and this person, for whatever the reason, they felt the vibe from you, and you decided to go to them and own your stuff, you take accountability and all that, it's up to them to receive it. But I'm here to tell you, they don't know what to do with that. Because it's not easy for them to hold themselves accountable. So when you walk different, and you can go to this person and say, hey, I need to apologize to you for how I came off. I need to apologize for how things were for me back then. I took it out on you. I'm sorry. That hits different because you already have a light as a chosen one. And then when you can go and apologize and own your stuff, you got these people looking at you like, what? Your enemies looking at you like, you forgiving me? I'm your enemy, but you're going to forgive me? Yes, I'm going to forgive you, even though you're my enemy. Just because I forgive you, that doesn't mean you didn't do what you did. Just because I apologize for my action towards you, that doesn't mean you didn't do what you did. That just means with the protection here is in the reverse. In order for me to continue having more protection so it can turn this way, I have to forgive you for your mishaps, for your prejudgments, so I can make room for more blessings. Because when you harbor bitterness, that's taking up space from you having blessings. I'd much rather exchange bitterness. Let the bitterness go and let the blessings come in. And that's what you're doing. When you forgive your enemies, that's what you're doing. You don't have to talk to them. You don't have to hang with them. Thriving. You can keep moving. But forgiveness is the key. That person that left you, they left you high and dry without an explanation. You've been ghosted. These people are ghosting you because they don't have peace. Solitude is in the reverse. They don't have peace in their life. They got around you and your light, and it hit different for them. So they didn't know what to do with you, so they left. Was it the best thing to do? Maybe at the time it was for them. With the stillness card. Getting away from your energy, they don't have to worry about feeling incomplete. They don't have to worry about that when they get away from your energy. But when they're around it, it is so alluring and so powerful that it enhances their insecurities. Because you got self-love with the love card. And you got a way about you that makes people love you. And this person that left you or ghosted you, they don't have that within them because they haven't identified it. It's not that they don't have it. It's just they haven't tapped into it. So they don't want you to have it. Fulfillment is what they want. They think because, oh, you got a certain job, or you drive a certain car, or you have a certain amount of money, or you got this, or you got that. They think that that's what's going to bring them the light that they see you with. No. The light that they see shining out, from you, it comes from within. Because you're chosen. You listen to the call to be the chosen one to fulfill your purpose, to fulfill whatever the divine has for you. So their idea of fulfillment, which is materialistic, that's not what suits you. They think you're fulfilled because of how much money you make in material things. No, you are fulfilled from the inside. With the blessings here in the reverse. Some of you may not even have a lot. And you still have this light and they can't figure it out. Some of you are having to restore things that the enemy took from you. You may have lost everything and had to rebuild. But you still have the same light. And you got these people wondering, how in the world with the freedom card? How did you do that? How did you do that? They're wondering, how did you overcome all these obstacles? You lost everything. You lost that relationship. You lost that friendship. You lost that job. But the divine blessed you with a better job, a better lover, better friends. With the delight in every verse, the divine said, you're finished with this over here. That relationship you were in, it was unfulfilling for you. I got something better. I promise. If you hold on, as a chosen one, if you hold on, the divine is saying, I got something way better. You don't see it yet. You don't understand it yet. But I promise you, if you will just hold on, keep doing what you know is right, keep these haters out of your ear, keep these haters away from you as much as possible, you're going to see the path that I'm going to create that you can walk down that's specifically for you. But it's not until you can hear the Most High's voice that you're able to walk down this path. Some of you are walking on this path now, and you got some people messed up because of this. They see you walking on the path, and they trying to figure out, why can't they walk on that path? It's not meant for them to walk there. It's not meant for them to do that. Taking risk. So they take a risk with trying to take shots or mess with a chosen one that's walking in a divine purpose. They taking a risk. Because when they mess with you, as a follower of the Most High, they up here messing with you. They're not even aware of the wrath here, of the power that the divine has. They're not going to get away clean with messing with you, and they're not going to feel anything. They feel it. So I'm saying all this to let you know that you're protected. It is okay to still be who you are. You know the light that you carry. You know the impact that you have on people. You know a lot of people are happy to be around you. You know you're a good person. You know you made mistakes, but guess what? You hold yourself accountable, and you've also made improvements. People like to focus on the mistakes, but they don't zoom in on the improvements. And be careful of these energy vampires that want you to stay broken. They don't want to see you elevated. They don't want to see you climb. They want to keep right on reminiscing on that old version of you. Because that's the version that was going through probably a dark night of the soul or a transformation. You didn't know yourself. You didn't know who you were. You were just trying to figure it out. And they want you to get back there because they had something to talk about. Let them talk. Let them talk. With the flow card, let them talk. You can't stop people from talking. And you shouldn't want to. So let them talk. But I promise you, they're going to wish that they hadn't been talking about you in that way. They're going to wish that they had left you alone. When they got to face whatever this is that they'll face for messing with you like this, they're going to wish they left you alone. But you got to trust in the divine here, no matter what you've been through. Heartbreak, whatever. Disappointment, whatever. You got to trust that this is being handled on your behalf. All of you know that you feel a little different. Some of you have been feeling different since you were a kid. You felt like you were different in school. You felt like you were different in your family, especially if you are a divine counterpart that, was sent here to break generational curses. You move different in your family. You've had a lot of family members against you. Because guess what? You're basically there to help clean up the mess. You were divinely guided in that family. Your spirit, born into this life through that human vessel when you were a baby. And you entered that family, the family that you're in. Little did you know you were going to face a lot of opposition because you were placed there to clean up the mess. That's why you had people jealous of you when you were a baby. They were jealous of you when you were growing up. They were jealous of you when you graduated. They were jealous of you when you went to college, when you did whatever you did, or you started that business, or you're doing your own thing. They've been jealous of you the whole time because those people knew that there was a reason for you to be in that family. But the ones that were proud of you, the ones that see you, those are your protectors. Those are your protectors. Even if y'all don't get along, but if they see your light and they never try to cause harm to you, they always try to help you. Those are your protectors. And you may only have a couple in your family like that. But if you're a chosen one, you were put in that family to make a difference. And a lot of you see that. You know that. You got people that probably say they can't stand you. You want to know why they can't stand you? Because they can't mold you. And they see something in you that they don't see in themselves. Your confidence, the way you walk, the way you talk. You mean what you say and you say what you mean and you stand on it. And you don't care what you got to do to get there. You don't let people intimidate you or any of that. And I trust and believe with the new beginnings in the reverse in your family. I'm just speaking highly about family right now. In your family, you have had some people that wanted you to lower your standard. You have family members that did not want you to get that degree, that did not want you to have that good person that's coming into your life. Because a lot of people can tell when stuff is coming into your life, they don't want you to have it, even if it's not there. If you look at the reading from earlier, we talked about that. You know, a lot of people don't realize what someone is capable of until after the fact. Sometimes you have to pretend and act like you're blind when it comes to certain situations, circumstances. If people, yeah, yeah, Jermaine, thank you for that comment. Yeah, and that's why you're quiet right now. You're letting your actions and the fruits of your labor speak for themselves. So if you're in this family that I'm talking about, and maybe you were the first one to be vocal and tell the truth. Tell the truth as you see it. You might have been the first one to expose the demons, the demonic energy. You may have been the first one to do it. Everybody else knew about the demonic energy in the family, but you might be the first one to call it out. Or if your friends are not right, you call them out. You might be the first one to do that. And what's so beautiful about it is that if you're in the wrong, you don't mind calling yourself out with the courage in the reverse. And this is intimidating for people. They don't know what to do with it. How dare you call me out? But oh, wait a minute, you can call yourself out too. What can you do with a person like that can call you out and call themselves out? The divine placed something in you where you're able to recognize your mistakes, your mishaps, and somebody else's too. With the inner peace in the reverse, this shakes up people's peace. It shakes it up. They don't know what to do with you. When you are chosen, when you sent here on this earth for a divine reason, we all are. We all are. We're walking in our purpose right now. A lot of people don't even realize it. But when you tap into it and you are truly chosen to make a difference, like a breaking a generational curse or just being set apart from the rest, oh, you're going to face some challenges. You're going to face some traumas. You're going to face some, oh my God, negative energy back to back to back to back to back. And some of you been having back to back to back to back struggle all your life. But your very essence, your spirit is here for a reason. There's a purpose for you to break a chain. To break a chain. And when you are such a life-changing force, you are going to receive pushback. And you got to be strong. Adventures in the reverse. You got to not tell your goals, your secrets, your ambitions. Don't ever let anybody silence you. The very thing that comes out that makes somebody unhappy that you saying could save a life, could save a relationship, could save you, could save that person, your enemy. They don't understand that. They too busy being jealous of your light and being jealous of what the divine is doing in your life that they forget that you helping them too. Or they don't realize it right now, but one day they will. They will see you with the miracles card. They're going to see you. If I were them, but knowing what I know now, only because I'm tapped in, right? I would look at it. How is this person continuing to receive blessings? They get knocked down. They go through all these trials. People treat them wrong, all this, but yet and still, they keep being blessed. How is that? You may have lost a job and you got another job the same week. You know, somebody left you. They dumped you. You really love that person, but you didn't want to go off and not be with somebody real quick. You didn't want to do that. So you healed. 6 months to a year later, you meet somebody else who's better. You know, think about it. You go through, some of you have been through the worst only to end up with better. And these people can't figure it out. They're like, oh my, how in the world? And then if they ever try to confront you and try to convince you that you're wrong, you own whatever mistakes you made or whatever. You own your mess. They cannot touch you with that. They cannot touch you with that. Always speak your truth. You don't have to go around yelling and all that kind of stuff. You don't have to do none of that. You don't have to be authoritative or nothing like that. Authoritative. You don't have to do any of that. But when it's time for you to speak your truth, do not let anyone silence you. Purification in the reverse. Because a lot of you have this ability to point out things that are not clean. Like something in the water ain't clean. You feel it in your spirit. And what makes it so interesting, when you do that, it comes to fruition. You figure it out. You got some people scared of that. Can you imagine sitting around an intuitive person with such a bright light? You feel like that person reading you. And a lot of you were. A lot of you were doing this, or you do this. Happiness in the reverse. A lot of you don't have to stare at them. And you don't have to do all of that, but you read people. Naturally. You read people. Purity card. And it's nothing manipulative. It's nothing like you trying to intimidate them. You get a feel for the energy. You get to know the person, the good, the bad, and the ugly. When you do all that, this person doesn't even realize that that's what you've done with just a few short sessions of being around them. And for a lot of them, that freaks them out. You were chosen to do that. You were chosen to be who you are. You were chosen to have, with the Wonders card, you were chosen to have these gifts. You were chosen to be a change, relaxation. You were chosen to help bring peace to situations, security. People would feel safe around you. People feel like they can trust you because you're a person that's trustworthy. A lot of you, if you like me, because I consider myself chosen, if you like me, I'll tell people real quick, anything I said about you, because I thrive on being positive, I will call you out, but I also don't mind somebody calling me out, right? And I'll tell people real quick, anything I said about you to somebody else, which I try not to do, I can say it to you. You want to know why? Because I know if I said something about you to someone else, I'm not speaking ill on you. I'm speaking about a situation in hopes that your situation gets better. And a lot of people, why are you talking about? I'm not talking about you. That's me manifesting something better. I don't gossip. And I'll say, if I said that to them, I can say that to you. You know? That's right, Jermaine. And so when you walking in that kind of light there, walking in that power like that, they don't know what to do with you because a lot of people are argumentative. A lot of people want to argue. Opportunity in reverse. They want an opportunity to tell you off. Snap, snap, snap. Snapping the fingers. They want to tell you off. But you can't tell off a person that admits their wrongdoings from the jump. What you gonna do with that? This person with the enlightenment card, I'm talking about you as a chosen one. You already in tune. You're already enlightened on the mistakes that you make. And you know, some of you know that sometimes you can be a hot mess. Sometimes you don't feel like being bothered. Sometimes you probably do come off a little aggressive, a little raw, but you get yourself in check and you'll go and apologize if you offended someone. Some people want to argue, they want to be combative. You got people that have painted you to be a bad person because you stand for what's right. You know, I'm going to tell them off. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that with the truth card. And why they saying that? Because they feel like you a threat. A lot of time when you expose people demons, they don't know what to do with you no way. They don't know what to do with you. With the leadership card. Because that's the one thing that the enemy doesn't want you to do is expose what is trying to do to you. What it's trying to do to your relationships, what it's trying to do to your life. If I know somebody seems to be walking in an evil way, like they do malicious things, and they trying to mess with me, I just allow them to think they're winning doing that. I allow them to think they're winning until they see me take the trophy home. And then they'll know who won. So I allow them to just play that little crazy game and thinking that they winning, trying to come against me, trying to mess with me. And then, all of a sudden, they going to see me take the trophy home. And it's going to be a big trophy. Simplicity. A lot of you know that all this stuff that some people do is not that serious. It's not that serious because there isn't anything really that can't be worked out in a conversation. But when you got people that hold a lot of demonic energy, they don't hear that. They don't hear that. So you have to be at a high vibration so you can combat that kind of stuff. And you got to be patient with yourself with the patience card. You got to know when to walk away from certain things. Everything does not need an explanation. Everything does not need an argument. I wouldn't argue with a soul. I'm not arguing with nobody. I used to do that years ago when I didn't know any better, when I wasn't enlightened. But now there's no excuse. If I'm speaking to somebody and I feel like they're not taking in anything I'm saying and it seems like it's getting rowdy, I'm removing myself. I'm walking away from that. And I suggest you do the same. You're chosen for a much better purpose than to go back and forth with a person that's committed to not understanding you. The diligence card in the reverse. Yeah, they're committed to not understanding you. And you got to see that. We got to know that. The illumination in the reverse. Stand up for what's right. Focus is in the reverse. You were chosen to be this strong. You were chosen because you're going to need it. You're going to need that strength. That's why you had to go through the trials to help build you up. That make you tougher. It was painful, but it made you tough. It made you emotionally, physically, and spiritually, mentally, financially tougher. If you were paying attention to the lessons. Some people would take them the first 20, 30 years of their life. Some people, midlife. Some people later in life. A lot of times life gets in the way and we don't tap into our purpose. We're walking in it every day, but we don't even identify. We can't identify it because we got all these other things going on. So just know if you have faced a lot of challenges and you continue to face challenges and you're only trying to do the right thing, you are chosen to help change that situation. That's why you face so much opposition, because it's something about your very essence and presence in the situation or family or job or wherever you are. And it seems like a lot of people are against you for some reason. And you're high frequency. You were placed right there to make a difference. So you make sure you fulfill your purpose and leave the rest alone. Because if they can't see you and recognize that you a gift from God, then those are not your people. That's not your soul tribe. Hey, Jermaine, people always underestimate me because I have innocent little bit. Yeah. And that's another thing. Do not worry or try. I'm gonna say try because I know we still got some people worried. Don't be or try to not worry about what people think about you. Who cares? When you're chosen for a purpose and you know that and you doing what you're supposed to do, who cares what somebody think? Let me tell y'all something. People gonna talk about you to the day you die. And even then, they gonna go to the funeral home to see how you're dressed up to talk about that. I promise you that. I'm not trying to be morbid. I'm just telling you what I know. People gonna talk about it, gonna talk about you if you winning or losing. They're always gonna talk. Let them talk. It's just chatter. We all are a villain in somebody's story. We all are a villain to somebody. And that person gonna play the victim. Right? We all are. But I encourage you to keep walking, doing what you know is right. Because somewhere in there, the truth is going to be revealed about you, and you're not going to have to say a word. Your light going to say it all. You know, let people think what they want to think about you. Who cares? You can't stop a person from thinking how they want to think, talking the way they want to talk, and acting the way they want to act. But guess what? You can respond to it differently and not deal with it. You don't have to be around to listen to it. You don't have to do none of that. Respect however they feel about you. It don't mean it's true. They could say something crazy like, oh, she thinks she all that. Oh, he think he all that. All right. If you know in your heart you're not thinking that, just let them have that little comment. Maybe that's how they feel. Okay. It's not true, but let them have it. Don't be going back and forth with nobody. No, I don't think I'm like, don't be doing that. If they already committed to thinking that you think you better than other people, so be it. A lot of times it's projection. They feel like you're better than them in some way. And you ain't even thought about it. You haven't even been thinking along those lines like, oh, I'm better than somebody. You're just trying to make it. You're just trying to maintain. You can't control people, y'all. And if you don't get anything else out of this message, I just want you to know, people gonna talk about you to the day you die. And even if you have a funeral, they gonna go to the funeral home just to see how you're being put away, and they gonna talk about you then. And I know somebody think, oh my God, why is she talking like that? I'm giving you the facts. I'm keeping it a buck with you. And if you know you a chosen one, and you know you got a purpose that you are fulfilling every day, you got to have tough skin like that. You got to get some thicker skin. You just do. For a lot of you, life has helped you to get that skin. I know it has for me, but you got to get to a place where you let certain things roll off, because you're going to face opposition, especially when you're here to be the change. Can you imagine? You were placed on earth to change lives, and you think you're not going to face opposition? Oh my God. Yes, you are. But you also are protected on your journey. Thank you, Jermaine. I appreciate you. You are protected on your journey. But you're going to face trials. You're going to face issues. Why you think when you get in a relationship with somebody or a courtship, that person, they'll say things, they don't know what to do with you because you're too nice. Oh, you just too nice. You too this, you too that. And you sitting there like, well, dog, you don't want nobody to be nice to you? You want to know why? It's because you got this light as a feather personality. They don't know what you've been through to get here. They don't know what you've been through to get this peace, but you have this peace about you. And if this person is not in peace, they're not going to be able to respect someone that's peaceful. They're going to cause you pain because they don't know what it's like to have somebody that walks in peace all the time. And you've worked to do this because what you know is you deserve to be happy. You've been through some things that were so horrible in your life that when you got a chance to be in peace, you gladly took the choice there. You gladly took the choice, the opportunity to be peaceful, to be in peace. So when you dating people and they tell you, "Oh, you seem too good to be true," or "I don't know, I don't know if I'm ready," and they seem scared and flaky energy, that's because they are not really solid with themselves, and they feel like you're solid. Don't settle. You got to have somebody that see you, somebody that can look at your light. It doesn't matter how bright it is. Somebody, 444, thank you, Bianca. Somebody that can look at your light no matter how bright it is and still hold your hand. Even if they got to put some sunglasses on so you can still shine, and they still going to hold your hand and walk with you. Okay? Okay? They ain't scared. They're not scared of your light. They know it's bright. And they can still grab your hand and say, "Come on, baby, let's go." You don't intimidate them. You don't make them feel insecure. None of that. This person will be secure within him or herself. That's the kind of person you need in your life. Not somebody that's going to run because you're a strong man, a strong woman. No. A chosen one needs somebody that can rock with a chosen one. You need somebody that's solid. Because with you having this purpose over your life, you're going to need somebody that can support you with that. And hopefully they have a prayer life. Hopefully they're trying to walk on a good path. And that's why these situations in the past didn't work for you. They were not there. They were not on that level of enlightenment. That's why y'all bump heads. When you trying to date people and y'all bump heads, because they are not enlightened like that. And if you look back, you knew that. But maybe you were hoping they could become that. But when you see that person like just the way they are, believe that that's how they are. Don't get caught up in thinking, "Oh, they'll change, they'll come around, they'll do this, they'll see this and that." No, 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 no. Whatever you see, that's how that person is. When you get to know things about them, the red flags, all that, that's how they are. The way that we fool ourselves is that we be thinking, "Oh, they're like this, but I can change them. I can change her." You can't change nobody. Because if you could, you would change. You would be able to take your enemies' minds and make them see that you're not trying to be better than nobody. You just you. You would make if we could change people, we could make our enemies not be against us. That's what I'm telling you. You can't change a person, but you can be the change. And just be willing to walk away early. If you see that that person don't see you, they don't acknowledge you, they're not on the same level, get out of there. That's your time you can't get back. I promise you, you will align with an energy that sees you. And they will have their own light. You two will be lit together. You two will be lit together. But wait on it. Wait on it. You can have friends. You can hang out with people. But don't just give your energy just to anybody. Because you're special. You're unique. Can't go back in the past. Maybe you made mistakes in the past. Maybe you dealt with some people that you knew you should have dealt with. That's the past. I'm talking about from now and moving forward. Especially going into the new year and all that. Now, don't settle. Don't settle. Don't settle. Don't settle. All right, y'all. Thank you so much. I really hope this message helped y'all. I don't know. I just felt led to do this today. All right. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. Please like this video, y'all, and share it. Share on other platforms. There could be someone that really needs to hear this message. Okay. It doesn't have to be just for Pisces. It could be for any other sign, or just, it may be a person not even in the tarot. So please feel free to do that. And thank you so much for your love and support. And I will see you later. My pleasure, Bianca. Thank you for coming in. Thank you, everybody, for coming in, even to the ones that didn't say a word. But thank you so much. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Okay, Jermaine, last comment. I know I have to work on myself and a little bit longer and get myself a little bit more well but put together first. Hey, my thing is, Jermaine, the fact for me with you, the fact that you identify yourself, you're doing self-identification, that is huge. That's huge. So you are on the right path. I would suggest do some journaling, get a framework for where you want to be, where you want to go, how much healing you want to do, the type of person you want to be. Journal it. Sometimes writing it down, looking at it, reading over it, it helps the subconscious to record it. And so while you're working on yourself and you're journaling and you're processing, your subconscious is helping you, give you a little bit more of a push. Okay? Hey, Playgirl One. Ms. Ruby was here. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. Everybody says that my voice is soothing. I be thinking I'm up here yelling, y'all. But I really appreciate the comment. But yeah, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, Jermaine, and anyone else. The fact that you're able to own your stuff, that is major. That is like the first step to change, is recognizing that you need a change. And a lot of people will won't change, but they don't want to admit all that they've done to get them where they are right now. They don't want to do it. They don't want to admit the good, the bad, and the ugly. I did this and I got here. I did this to me. This is what I did. I'm owning my part. This is what happened to me by somebody else, but I'm owning my part, because you can't change what somebody else did. The only person that you can change is you. Oh, he hurt me so bad. He hurt me so bad. Okay, yeah, he hurt you or she hurt you. Their actions hurt you. But guess what? You can't change them. But what you can do is stay away from that person. What you can do is say, the next time I get into something, I'm not going to deal with that. If I start seeing a flag like what I went through before, I know what to do. That's how you take control. You take your power back. If this person disregarded you, when you leave them alone, you take your power back. You can't change them. Some people stay in relationships thinking they can change this person, and you will not succeed unless they want to change. They ain't changing. They won't change it before they met you. And they ain't going to change if you two don't work out unless they want to. Or unless the divine make them do it, because the divine has a purpose, need them to be a certain way so they can fulfill a purpose. But other than that, we got free will. If this person want to just sit around and be negative and not try to thrive to be better, you can't make them. I said this one time before. You cannot build a man or build a woman like when you go to the mall and build a bear. You can't. You can't build a person. That package that you see from the beginning, in the beginning weeks that you're talking to this person, the package that they're showing you, that's them. Especially if you didn't tell them what you're looking for in a person. They're showing you who they are. They're showing you. Either you can get with it or you can't. Don't spend your time trying to change somebody. I've been there and done that too. And guess what? After that relationship, I was exhausted. But you got to move different when you chosen. You move different. You got to have certain types of energy around you. And you certainly need a person, if you desire to have a mate, you need a person that see you. Okay? Once again, y'all, thank you so much. And we will be back on for the Pisces energy reading later on, but I wanted to get this message out. I hope it was an encouragement for you. I will be trying to do more messages like this, and I will go from there. Thank you, everybody. If you would like information on personal or any other services, feel free to leave a comment first and like the video, and also check out the website that's in the description box. Have a great one, everybody. Stay safe and blessed. Remember, you're worth it always. Bye, y'all.